1,147 people died, or instantly, because I counted until I lost count. What I saw was cruel. It was something that I still lack adjective to qualify. There were times I really wanted to run away. I wanted to scream, but I was in the knowing that I was pinned down to witness what was happening. So why was I witnessing? I needed to witness for myself and at least one other person out there, and that one person is who I came out to look for. This was actually a revelation that I saw early hours of this morning of March 22nd, 2026. This is an assignment. This is a responsibility. Noah was preserved to warn others. Perhaps God is looking for a man that will stand in the gap so that he will not destroy the city. Ezekiel 22. Some people wake up every single day and they keep asking God, send me, use me. With what I saw, the state of emergency that I saw, we need to intensify in prayers. We need to concentrate in the prayer that will benefit us than some fantasy prayers. After having that revelation 80 hours of today, I prayerfully thought about it all day. Later in the day, I went to take a nap. The moment I closed my eyes, I began to have a dream. It was another type of war. This time around, it was an economic kind of war. It was an attack on our resources. It was a war that is going to spark up inflation. You go to the store, a bag of rice you probably bought yesterday $10, you realize it is $45 today. And there was also another level of panic. Inside that dream, I remember the revelation that I had early hours of the day, and I didn't want to see any cruel thing again. So I worked hard to wake up. I was struggling to wake up, and yes, indeed, I finally woke up. And then at this point, I sat down and I began to wonder, well, what is the Lord trying to communicate? Because he doesn't do a thing without first sharing with his children. I remember sharing with us, I saw a drone. I didn't even know what to call it. I had to just go figure what it was. A drone hovering around the earth. And I think in less than 48 hours after I shared it, a drone was discovered somewhere. And there was panic around that environment. People thought it could be war looming. So back to what I saw today. I was wondering, why did I come back to see this second time? But I have not come here to inflict fear on my neighbor. God does not reveal to inflict panic. He rather reveals to get you prepared. He reveals to redeem. 2 Timothy 1:7. He has not given us the spirit of timidity, but of sound mind. So I see this as a clarion call to fan the flame of prayers, to intensify in the prayer room, to seek more of his face rather than his hand. Because people are just going from 30 days of prayers to 25 days to 21 days to 14 days and constantly, continuously asking for worldly things. It's good to eat. It's good to have intimacy with marriage and all the rest of it. But all the time and season is what I'm talking about. Those that know their God, it is time to intensify in prayers. Solomon prayed and God gave him a response. 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. If my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves. First is that you must humble. You humble yourself and seek his face, not his hand this time. Seeking his hand, that is blessing, it's beautiful. But we're talking about a state of emergency here. It's time to seek his face. That is his presence. To have intimacy with him. And then again, to turn away from their wicked ways. He said, I will hear them from heaven. He said he will answer. And he said he will heal their land. Truthfully speaking, the land is sick. The land is under pressure. Politically speaking, the land is not okay. Whichever way you look at it, the land is not good. And at the end of the day, it might not be a global war that is looming. Joseph was shown famine before it ever happened. This was to enable him prepare. Preparation is very beautiful. When we prepare, we're not being taken unawares. So this may be suggesting a spiritual collapse. We live in a generation where we have more wolves in sheep's clothing in churches today. It might be suggesting moral collapse. We live in a generation where a 15-year-old girl comfortably talks about how how many men old enough to be her father that she sleeps with on daily basis. We live in a generation where you wake up on the street, you find a young man beating up an elderly person, and we are going to watch him beat that elderly man to death. And all we can think of is to activate our camera to capture the moment. I do not know why I had to witness what I witnessed, but I know I witnessed for myself and for someone. And I've come here for that particular person. Message has been conveyed. Let us intensify in prayers. Let us seek more of His presence than His hand, which is a blessing. Let us fast for intimacy with Him, for being in His presence more than every other thing that we are fasting and asking. We don't want to see that state of emergency. He reveals to redeem.